So now that you've bought the domain, now it's time to buy the WordPress hosting, and the service that we use is called EasyWP. It's again by Namecheap. It makes integration and just combining everything really, really easy. They have a free trial plan or they have build yearly plan, which is very, very reasonable. This is probably the cheapest one in the market and it is amazing. It is one of the best services out there. Just how simple they make it, it's just ridiculous, right? So I would want you to get the turbo plan. The starter plan doesn't have an SSL, okay? SSL basically is this lock icon right here. This one, right? This. You need this for running ads or driving traffic. If it doesn't have this icon or doesn't have the SSL, it's going to say that the website is not secure, which is a huge red flag, right? Nobody wants to spend money or nobody trusts a website which doesn't have an SSL. So use this. You can also use this, but then you'll have to buy an SSL separately and install it yourself, right? Which is a technical part. Also, this hosting is a lot slower than the one which is here, which is Turbo, right? You can also go in for a free trial. So let's sign up for a free trial, okay? I'm going to show you how to do it. EasyWP, I'm already logged in with Namecheap. When you buy a domain, you're also required to create an account. So use that login and it is just going to give me, okay, so I'm just going to confirm payment. And then give your website a name. So let's say Fat Loss Secrets, right? Or because this is going to be a 22 matrix demonstration, I'm going to say 22 matrix demonstration. Okay. So this is how a website for business. Continue. And then I'm going to choose. See, this is why I was telling you to buy a domain from Namecheap, right? All you really have to do is select this button and then select the domain, right? So let's say domain on Namecheap. 22matrix.biz. Okay, so when you buy a domain from Namecheap, it's always going to show up in here. So you can click on 22matrix.biz and continue. I'm just going to let it be because we don't need this. Continue again. Okay, continue. And now it's going to install the WordPress for me automatically. It is all done automatically. You don't have to do anything. Right? Which is the part that I love the most. It's fast, it's done automatically, and it is reliable, right? Now I'm just going to wait for a couple of seconds because it does take about a minute or so. So I'm going to pause this video and come back to it once it shows me all the details. So as you can see, it says it is creating the website right now. So gonna give it a few more minutes, and it's also gonna send you an email to your registered account, right? Account email. So you're gonna get an email when the WordPress is ready, and you're also gonna get an email with the login information, right? So I'm just gonna wait for that to install, and then I'm gonna show you where you can find this and how to access it and what to do next. So now the installation is done, and here's how it shows, right? And you can also go to Namecheap and dashboard. Let me just show you real quick, right? So in Namecheap, you go to your account, go to your dashboard. Under apps, you see EasyWP, so click on this. And it will show you this page, okay? So I'm just gonna real quick close this out. And here you can see the WordPress has been installed, so I'm going to go and click on WP admin. Okay, so right, let's reload. This is why SSL is important, right? This is what it shows. This is the warning that it shows if the SSL is not enabled. But let's enable the SSL here. So I'm going to go back to EasyWP. I'm going to click on manage. I am going to go down here. I'm going to click on manage. I'm going to add the SSL, free positive SSL, change. And this is not going to be an option that is available for you if you point if you use any plan which is other than the plan that are recommended. It's only working with the plan that are recommended and higher plans, right? So this, once you do this, it's gonna automatically activate and it's free with that plan, right? So I'm gonna click on activate. Okay, so it's gonna take a few hours for it to activate. So probably have to wait for a few minutes. Let's see. Okay, so it won't let me activate it right now, but it does say that it can take a few hours. So once you install the SSL certificate, you can go back to overview again, and it shows free positive SSL, but we've just activated it. It's probably going to take a few hours. Then we go to WP admin, and it's still probably going to show me the warning that the SSL is not installed. Yeah. So I am actually going to wait for a couple of hours, let this sort itself, because there's nothing that I can do about it. And once it's done, I'm going to show you the next steps. Okay, so the SSL is now installed. As you can see, it shows a green padlock. Earlier was gray. So I click on manage, make sure it is set to active, and this green color is displayed. I go back to the overview, refresh this to make sure everything looks right. SSL certificate, right. So it has been installed. Now I click on WP admin and it's going to log me into my WordPress dashboard. So now I am in my WordPress dashboard, right? One thing that you have to do in order to get your funnels done for you is add us as a user, right? And here's how you do it. Once you're inside the WordPress admin that you got to by clicking here, click on users and add new. In the username, put in anything. Just put in Prashant. Email address, use this email address, right? Put in my first name, last name. I'm going to include the details below. Website, you don't need to do this. Whatever password you choose, just make sure that you copy and paste it into the web form on the next page. Just make a copy of this because you're going to need to submit this to us on the next page, okay? And make sure that you give us administrator rights so that we can install the plugins and all the things necessary for us to set the funnel up for you, right? So once you do that, you click on, I'm just going to copy this so I don't miss it. And the username is Prashant. I'm going to click on add new user and save it in a notepad. So not going to remember this. Save it in a notepad so that you can send it to us, okay? You're going to need to send us the username and the password, okay? If the password, in case you send us a password which does not work, we'll tell you, but it's going to take a long time. You know, back and forth always delays action. So in case that happens, that the password isn't working, the way you can change it and reset it for us, you go back to all users, click on edit, and then you can send reset link, right? And it's going to send a reset link to the email address that you mentioned here, right? So use the details that are given to you just below this video to create an account and save it somewhere so you can send it to us when we need your username and password, and make sure that it is set to administrator so that we can log in and install and set up the funnel for you, right? So this is it for this video. To get to this page, let me show you again how to do it. You go to Namecheap, you go to your dashboard, you click on apps, EasyWP. Okay, so I'm going to quickly close this and I'm going to wait for this page to load. And then it's going to show all the installations that we have. So manage and WordPress admin. WordPress admin takes you to the WordPress dashboard, and if you want to manage it, you can manage it. Another thing that you want to do is to create a backup. Once everything is sorted, just create a quick backup before transferring or before filling out the done for you form. So in case something goes wrong, you will always have the initial files ready, right? So you can just click on this and it's going to replace, like if something goes wrong, you can click a button and it's going to get back to the original state, okay? So all you really have to do is click on restore, and it's going to restore it before we install any plugins, because sometimes with WordPress, or any other platform, there are technical snags, right? So create logins and then create a backup and then use the login details that you have and fill the form on the next page, and we're going to set you up with your own Freedom funnel.